I don't even know who Blueface is, but I can talk about other albums in the year.
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
Blueface was actually a new thing for us too. I literally guessed everything right about him just on the name alone, without knowing anything about the guy.
What did you say?
I knew he was a Crip.
Oh really?
I knew he would have tattoos on his face, and somehow, some way, I knew he was going to have a Drake feature.
Wow, it's pretty good.
It is. I'm so social savant.
Smart. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, you already recording.
What up, y'all? No static. Episode.
Just start off like that?
Yeah, listen, he never lets you know.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, he worst director ever. It would just be, all right, just start. Do you want to say action?
Come on,
I did say
action.
action. I thought action, and then I started. Like,
Oh, wait, so we gonna do the countdown?
No, it's fine. We're starting now.
we'll get a clapboard eventually.
Yeah. We're gonna,
And go.
Exactly. Eventually, we'll have a clapboard.
Okay.
but it's going to be like one of the real sex clapboards.
Real Sex episode 22. Alright.
39.
39?
Yes.
Oh, snap, we're almost at 40 episodes?
We are. I haven't thought of what to do for the big 40. Well, I have thought about what to do for the big 40. I got something special planned.
I got an idea yet. Because that'll be
Are
like
everybody a porn star?
No, 40 is going to be our midlife crisis episode. We're going to do everything.
Wait, that's funny.
It
That's good.
is. We're going to do everything that you know you should be doing at 40. We're going to buy motorcycles. We're going to get tattoos at inappropriate places.
Oh, this would be
Buy a
fun.
red Corvette.
Heck yeah, bro. We're going to start meditating, even though that's really just our excuse to go in private and use drugs.
That's gonna be the whole episode of just us meditating.
It is, bro. This is going to be a whole lot.
Just sitting there Indian style.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Listen,
Facing the wall.
Exactly. Listen, wait till y'all see episode 40. Y'all gonna go, these guys have fucking kicked it.
We're gonna discuss all the topics
This is
in a corner.
as they occur to us. But it'll be episode 40, so like for no apparent reason our knees will just start hurting. Knees will start hurting. And we'll somehow, no matter what we're talking about, trail off in the bills.
I'm here at 39 now. I need a heating pad.
Exactly.
Ladies, getting that.
Icy hot. Okay.
We getting old out here.
Oh, actually, that's the thing I wanted to talk about. I couldn't remember before. I wanted to put on the list things you've seen on TV, inventions you've seen on TV that we thought were going to last because either A, they were that hilarious, or B, they were kind of good, but they didn't.
Like Surge.
Like Surge, like the Shake Weight, like the Thigh Master,
Oh, I know what you're talking
The
about.
Snuggie.
the Snuggie.
Wait, no. The Snuggie is still around. My niece got one.
No, well, they're not that. Like Pillow Pets, or like, I used to love watching it as TV ads.
Exactly.
They were so ridiculous. Like with the containers coming out of the cabinet, like they'd come out like a freaking.
Yes, bro.
They'd be like,
a
oh, you
freaking-
can never find them, and it falls on your face. So
Exactly.
it's like,
Right. And to make it worse, on that cabinet one, they would basically have a person be like nearly killed by Tupperware, like they demonstrated. Like they would have like some like grandma that was clearly like 107, like get on a ladder that was on one leg and like open the cabinet, and it's like definitely the cabinet was just fine. Yeah, it's just fine china and the real like hard plastic, and it just all falls on her.
And that somehow led to the Life Alert commercial.
Pretty much. That's what they do now. They just use like a couple products to link you to the other product.
Oh.
that's right. And there was that one where it was like a special pan that helped you like, it didn't stick, but they would like literally melt like caramel in a regular pan and just let it sit there. And you're like, oh, it's stuck. And it's like, well, why would you do that anyway?
Why would you? That's okay. So that's up there with like every time like a new phone comes out when they do like phone tests. Phone tests are ridiculous. They go like, okay, so we're going to take this iPhone and this Samsung and we're going to boil them in this vat of acid. The Samsung lasted 6 more seconds than the iPhone. What's that tell you, people?
Nothing.
iPhone's not going to protect you as good as a vat of acid. No, right? No. Like, there's a couple tests I understand. Like, there's a guy who will like buy phones, and he'll get like randomly like sized people, tell them to put their phone in their back pocket, and he'll have them sit down.
They binge.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
that I can totally get. People put their phone in their back pockets.
That's why my last phone got bent. Literally, like the battery was so messed up that we were going to replace it, but they're like, it's shot. Like even if we took it off, we wouldn't be able to put it back on. So like the metal black, that's why metal blacks I think are just not as good. but
Yeah.
glass shatters easier. So
Yeah, I definitely like even with the like on my last phone I had AppleCare on it, the back crack.
That's terrible that like your cell phone now is just basically like a meat grinder attached to a grenade now inside your pocket. Like this thing goes down, it's taking the whole
And like the worst part about it, you know, like when you screen, like when your phone crack, you get that one day when you just like, all right, I'm gonna go bare, without a case, without anything, and then
Never go
next
commando.
thing you know, it's
No,
just
never
I
go
want you
commando.
guys to know we've been talking for like 5 minutes. We have done no introductions.
That's the best part about this show.
they're like, who's this white chick?
Nobody. Nobody knows who's talking. Nobody knows why we're talking. All right, so episode 39. We got so into our midlife crisis episode, and evidently the blasty blast is going to be. But you guys know me. I'm Coop. You guys know Wayne. You know our illustrious host D, and we have a new face here. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Danielle. I'm his coworker. I'm not just some random person they found on the street, but
You know, it would have been.
Because you guys know we will definitely invite a hobo if we need to.
I'm not a
Yeah.
hobo.
She's not a hobo.
Not a hobo.
She's not a hobo. Next week we promise you a hobo though.
we gotta just do some wild, outrageous stuff for the next episode.
You think I'm playing?
We
What's
should do like minute to win it challenges or some like stupid, you know, like.
I mean, if y'all want to, I know I got a source code.
No!
Oh, wait.
My bad.
We gotta get a the family double dare episode. I mean, if it weren't for the fact that Alex would definitely kill me, I would definitely let people be like Nickelodeon slide on this podcast.
That would be so cool.
Girls Going Wild was successful because they were essentially just Nickelodeon sliming people, but it just developed to something way more perverted. Like, think about it. When you used to watch Nickelodeon, that was the only time you were like, that is the most gross, disgusting thing.
I
and
want it
complete.
to happen.
Exactly. I want it so bad. And then like years later, people had that exact same enthusiasm like at 2 o'clock in the morning while like you were trying to watch TV, and then like a Girls Gone Wild ad would like show up.
Like from between 2 and 5 a.m.
Yeah, bro. And to make it weird, side note, why did all the ads always play like this, like kind of like Caribbean getaway music in the background?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear it in the back of my mind.
Yeah, right. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's clearly Girls Going Wild, but they also might be trying to sell you like a timeshare. And it's just like bothered the
Yo,
fuck
you
out
ever
of me.
find out what happened to Girls Go Wild? They used to have like parties here. I went to a couple of them.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the internet just
I
destroyed
honestly
it.
have no idea what
I-
it is.
Okay, so
Is it a show or is it just like
no. It's
How young are you?
exactly what it sounds like.
How you?
I'm 19.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
God,
this
okay.
would have, you would have been super young when this happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, there were like just like kind of like at Mardi Gras, there were guys in Florida who were going around to different like big Florida events and basically just filming girls like flashing and doing like
Oh, okay.
drunk college girl shit.
Like at the beach or like music festivals. Or...
Yeah.
Exactly.
Spring break
So
in Panama.
basically, it was everything you can get on the internet now by accident, but on purpose
Okay.
and on technically on DVD because it was doing like the high point of DVD.
Oh. Okay.
And it somehow like it got so successful they could like advertise through like late like commercials and like you would hear them like call the phone number to you with like a really dark voice.
Oh my gosh.
And like, it was awful. It was just awful.
Like they legit had a big tour bus.
So it was like that big of a deal.
Yeah, but like my first few
After-
years up here in college, they had mad parties here.
I would say this: you know when something like that gets big because you can see how like socially it'll become like accepted. Like it went from like what the hell, that's just gross, to oh my god, these dudes are pervs, to oh my god, is that the Girls Going Wild bus? Get ready, like it's just
Like
it's
we
just like
legit knew
steam
women
powered.
who
Like
wanted to be on the Girls Going Wild too. Like
Oh god.
Florida, man. I told her, Florida, everything that people like, the stereotypes people assign to like Mississippi and Alabama, they're true about Florida. They are.
I was definitely not outside when that was going on.
And the sad part about it, you figure I'm like maybe not like somewhere between 10 and like 13 during the heyday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely like around that age group, up at like 3, 4 in the morning, just happened to stumble across.
Listen,
At
That's
the
the thing.
randomest time.
You didn't. That's the thing. After a while, you had to. Once upon a time, like it would just be like your local TV. Then like you would just be like watching like Cartoon Network, and then like right between like
It
Scooby
was shown
Doo.
on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Adult Swim was like
Adult Swim.
happening
Okay, so you're
around
talking
that
about
night, and
lately.
then
Okay,
it was
I was like, that's
yeah,
not.
like, because like Toonami was still like this really big thing.
Yeah, and no, don't get me wrong. They were, I guess you could say, as tasteful as they could be, because like you wouldn't see like commercials like that till like, at least after like 10, 11.
Basically around the time you started watching Skinamax.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know you was watching that 4th episode of Emmanuel in Space. Anybody remember that?
I vaguely remember
Yeah,
Emmanuel's Space.
I just remember
Yeah, the
Adult Swim
galaxy.
was only. Was it on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, or was it just Nickelodeon?
Just
It was
Just
just
Cartoon
Cartoon Network.
Okay, because I remember. Do you remember the show Mad?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember I'd be like, "Ooh, Adult Swim's on. Like, I'll watch this. I'll watch the show." Like, 'cause I was young, so like,
Yeah.
I would only get to sneak shows in. Like,
Yeah, like Adult Swim was at that awkward time. Like another thing that was low key awkward was like it was a time they showed SpongeBob on MTV at like 3 in the morning,
Yeah.
and then like as soon as they go to commercial, warning, you were such and such. And
Yeah.
next thing you know, you just
They knew, but somebody watching SpongeBob eventually went, "This shit is not for kids."
there's definitely some innuendos. Like, there's like I've seen. I don't know if it was on Twitter. But there was like scenes where like what was it? SpongeBob's like watching what are they called? The anemones.
yeah.
And then like someone walks in, he like turns it off. And so like I guess it's like implying.
Yeah, the freaking Magic Cock episode with them cussing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, with the dolphin noise. That was my top
That was
5
funny.
episodes on SpongeBob. Rest in peace, Steven Hillenberg.
Right, he did pass away.
Wait, yeah, that just happened recently.
Yeah. I was just thinking about it too. Like,
I
what
didn't
was?
know you had ALS.
Yeah.
Like, how do you have ALS that makes SpongeBob?
How do you have what?
ALS that makes SpongeBob.
ALS?
Yeah, that's what he died from.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's so. You know what? And this is not in any way to mock him, like individually, but back when we were doing that fucking ice bucket challenge.
Bro, like it seems so long ago.
Exactly.
It really
right?
does.
And then it feels like almost like 10 years later. It's like, hey, wait, hold on. What the fuck did we pour all that ice on ourselves for? Like,
And challenge
It was
3
to
people
raise
to do
money, okay?
it was, and it was awesome because you got a lot of likes off of that shit.
Oh yeah. I don't think I ever did it. Like I didn't really want to anyway, but like all my friends were doing it, and I was like, oh, well, they didn't like at me, so I was like, I'm safe.
Yeah.
I participated by preparing several ice buckets for several people.
But you never actually got to.
I never poured the ice on it. I remember because I remember thinking to myself like, you know what? What if we do it and it takes a person too long to start, and the ice like fuses together on one of those super chunks that shit just like like concusses somebody.
Also, at the same time, while the ALS challenge was going on, the planking challenge was also happening.
Oh,
Now I did
that's-
do the planking challenge. I did do the planking
Yeah.
challenge.
So it's like, do I want to raise money for people who are dying, or do I just want to find obscure places to plank?
Which one did you choose?
Obscure places.
Okay.
It was a victory for me that time.
Do y'all remember?
Yeah, I was actually about to make a little comment.
Do y'all remember the Easy Bake Oven?
I do,
Yes!
but see, I don't
never
count that
had
as a.
one.
I don't
never
count
had
that as a
one.
fad. I count that as a toy company being ambitious, and also being ambitious enough to risk the lives of children by giving them an actual oven.
Also,
It was within a light bulb.
Still, like,
No, yeah, it was. I mean, I'm sure there was plenty of incidences. Where,
like I told you, if it's, I thought about that too, and I was just like, on one hand, it's just a light bulb. On the other hand, it's a light bulb strong enough to bake a cookie.
Yeah, I'm over there looking like, yo, you got little kids like making brownies and cupcakes and cookies.
Yeah, I
Has
remember that.
anybody here ever had an Easy Bake Oven burger?
I've never had
Delicious.
Seriously?
do
Well,
you
actually, yes,
remember the taste and everything?
yeah, actually,
No,
yes,
that
I
is
do.
delicious.
Because my uncle tried to make pot brownies, and my cousin's Easy Bake Oven, and whether or not it was successful, I still don't know because I was too young to find out he was my cool uncle.
Right.
But now you know.
Now I know. Now I know.
Yeah, maybe we got on the docket.
20 minutes in.
20
Yeah, wait, we
minutes
should
in.
jump to the Christmas.
We have totally ADD this episode.
Did y'all hear about the guy that ran off with the 55-inch TV at Walmart?
No, but
Yeah, just hearing
but
about
what's
this
funny is
today.
when I read it, when you sent me the topics, I was like, that does not surprise me, like, at all. I just want to hear the story. Like, I want to know how exactly he did it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My theory, before you even tell us the story, is that there is no story. It's just fucking Walmart.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's the thing. I can't tell you how many times I've walked into Walmart, picked something up, got into the register, and thought to myself, I should just take this shit.
Yeah.
I should just take
But
this
you
shit.
didn't.
I didn't.
Do you know how many times like I walk in Walmart and be like, fuck, I need a buggy. Walk to get the buggy is like, what's stopping me from going?
Just,
out?
yeah, like
No, there's nothing.
that, and I can't tell you how many times I've gone to Walmart, gotten like stuff, got into the register, and still managed to leave and accidentally steal something.
Oh, do you always go to self-checkout?
Like even when they actually have like associates, like I like put a bunch of stuff in my cart, and let's say like I go, oh shit, Twix, and throw a Twix up there or something like that. So many times, because to be honest with you, Walmart is run by like
Savages.
basically, bro, like
They just make so much money that they can't possibly care.
yeah, bro, like there's like you figure like even at a Best Buy, like our shrink is like pretty, but Walmart makes so much money that I just started realizing that I don't even see security guards at Walmart anymore. Like at least remember, it used to be somebody that would at least be out there like with a smock on that might like check.
Oh,
your,
you mean like check? Oh, they probably, like, it's always some old dude who's like...
Yeah, like an old dude
And
or
that's
an
the
old
thing, like,
lady.
yeah, they put like Mr. fucking Magoo like at the fucking front of the store. He's the one. Here's the thing: they either put somebody that was some sort of like quota hire at the front door. So it's like a dude at the front door who's like 19, but he's got like some sort of weird like Benjamin Button disorder. So he's like aging in front of you, and like for whatever reason his knees have already deteriorated. So he's been like held up on like some sort of marionette strings, and all he can do is say "Welcome to Walmart" and hand you like a sales flyer. It's either that dude or it's the most sweetest, oldest gremlin of an old person you will ever meet, bro. It's like a dude who was like in both like world wars. He was in one, he was in two. He was in like he saw way too much in his time, and it does one of two things. It either makes them sweet, warm old people, or it makes them bitter, like evil old people.
Let me do the hand. Like,
Exactly.
My favorite Walmart people is the grandma whose kids obviously stopped visiting them, so they can work at Walmart to get out the house at least 5 times a week, and they can't do anything. They're just there.
Bro. And
you never see someone happy at Walmart. A worker?
Never.
Do they ever smile? No.
I've been at Walmart and had like going in the aisle at Walmart, because real people don't go to Walmart at appropriate times. We don't. We just don't. We go to Walmart somehow after 9 o'clock, but before like 5 in the morning.
Right.
That's like it's true. Even if you know you have to go to Walmart and you got the day off,
You don't go.
You will not go during like the waking hours. So you get there. Of course, it's like I've been there at like 9:30 at night, which isn't even super late.
That's not bad. That's when I could do grocery shopping.
Been in the aisle, been looking for something, can't find something. Ask the guy, hey, what aisle is such and such thing on? He tells me and then goes, yeah. Hey, you trying to buy some weed?
Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
I have never. Well, obviously, maybe they don't. Different looking kind of person, but like maybe I look young, whatever. But that I've never thought that was a normal thing.
I've seen so many over the top things that happen in a Walmart. like
what?
I've seen a dude like stand near like their dock, like in like their back door, like their loading area, and wait for people to come out and go, "Yo, man, you want to buy a TV?" Like I've seen, honestly, which when I think back, well, it doesn't sound like I've seen like hundreds of them, but like definitely more than 5 and less than 15 of like walking around a Walmart at like at like wasted drunk hours and seen people like screwing in Walmart all the time. I've seen people in Walmart go into Walmart, go to the aisle with the condoms over there, take the box, rip it open, just take like some out, put the like completely destroyed box back in the place, and it's just
yeah. There's been a couple times where I went through like the Walmart aisle and seen like that open box of condoms just sitting there. Like it's.
Here's my favorite: playing hide and seek in Walmart after the club while being wasted.
We did do that.
Yeah, that was fun.
We did that.
That was real fun.
For that late night run to just like get more bev.
Also, at 2:00 in the morning, a whole game of 21 pickup while wasted in the sports aisle, and we was taking bets on the side.
Also, jumping in the ball pit. Like that ball pit that's like this high.
I'm
trying to climb up there and
do that, but it's also disgusting when you think about it.
I've jumped into the pillow one.
Okay.
I feel like that's something you just need to do once in your life.
How many of you guys have ever done a street race in Walmart with the electric buggies?
Never. I can't say I have.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But Walmart is the place to do that if you ever wanted to do that.
But honestly, it's because Walmart is just like normal. Like crime is basically legal.
Yeah.
Like it's
like
the
the
purge.
But
It
like all the
is.
time.
I've done the following things in a Walmart, and I don't remember whether or not I was drunk or sober. I just know that I did them. I've gone into Walmart. I've gotten one of the bikes. I've filled the tires up with air and ridden it around a Walmart before. I've gone to a Walmart, walked in through like one of the like cashiering aisles, just started eating a candy bar, and like held on to it because like, oh hey, I'm gonna pay for this, and then like walked around the store long enough that I forgot that I was supposed to pay for this. Got another candy bar, made the same pledge to the new candy bar, and wound up stealing 3 candy bars.
Okay, I got another question for you. If you were out with friends somewhere, like y'all just chilling, y'all eating dinner, y'all just doing friend stuff. They got their playlist on, they hooked up to the aux, what have you, Bluetooth, and you hear a song come on, and a song dissing you. How do you react to it?
This is such a specific question that I don't think I would encounter, but
Well, actually,
I think I'd just like stop what I'm doing and be like,
there's a backstory to that question.
okay, what's the backstory?
So Meek said in an interview that he was out with him and Nicki were on a double date with Hov and Beyonce. And
Isn't that just crazy, just hearing that?
Yeah.
And then just like, oh, that's so normal.
Yeah, we 2 famous motherfuckers, but we were somehow out with even more famous motherfuckers. And it was just one big famous bomb.
Wait, Michelle and Nicki Minaj are dating?
They were.
They
They
were.
were.
At the time.
Okay.
All this took place in like 2015. Jay-Z had Back to Back on his playlist.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so this is definitely something, if like a real rapper, that's actually, I don't ever really think about that, how they, like, especially Drake and Meek Mill, they always are like, dissing each other, and then what if you're in the car and it's like, they play it and it's like, like, what can't do anything about it?
Are you just like instantly like pissy at everybody in traffic? You cut everybody off. Well, what's going on? Fucking songs playing.
The person next to you at a light is blasting it.
Like I would say this, I probably wouldn't mind if I'm like in a car and it just comes on the radio. That's just kind of like I just gotta eat that one. If I'm in the car and it's like me and I'm a passenger and it's like my aunt or somebody like that, and like she plugs in her phone, presses play, and that's like the first thing they can do. It's like the diss track on me. Like one is a super
I will turn this car around.
Exactly, because the whole time like I'm in a passenger seat, I'm just like have this look on my face like in this room.
What would be worse is if it comes on the radio, but then someone's like, "Oh, I love this song," turns it up.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, no, somebody that flavor.
See, I got the kind of like aunts and uncles who will like listen to a song and love a song, but won't like pay attention to what's being said until later, and will know the words. So like they like singing like the song, fuck you, Coop, melodies and shit, and all of a sudden like, they like cook like you. That would be my love. The person would play the diss track on about me, not know it's about me, and then in that moment find out and like, damn, bro, this dude fucking hates you.
Yeah, pretty much.
See, but my thing, when I heard that story, I kind of wish Pac and Biggie was still alive and had got cool. They were just kicking it one day, like shooting pool or something, and then Hit 'Em Up came on.
It was just one hit song.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty
And Biggie got this too. First off, fuck you, click in the pitch you clear. What's up, motherfucker? That would be hilarious to me. And Biggie gotta be going.
I get see. All right, so because I'm a person like if we're friends, we're gonna have disagreements, and so in those moments, I don't hold anything against like a friend, because when you're pissed at each other, God forbid you're pissed and you're drunk, like you're gonna say, you will
there's
say
literally
things,
no filter.
exactly. So it's just like, all right, just kind of charge it to like the evening. If we're out and it's like a time, something that's like indicative of like a time before where maybe we weren't, we were like at odds ends, and it comes on like I'm that person to be like, hey, listen, I didn't make that happen. I mean, I made this song like back when I fucking hated you, but
I'm past it now.
But I'm totally past it now.
The energy's gone.
These are feelings from like 2 hours ago.
So like Hov and Nas.
Different kind of
Different area, and then unfortunately we got Black Republican, but thank God they turned around and did success.
Yeah, they bounced back with success.
Yeah.
What has everybody been listening to as far as like albums this year that you guys?
This year or this
Astro
weekend?
World was good.
Honestly, it's so good.
Like
Still
top
not as
albums.
good as Rodeo to me, but
Yeah,
I still like it. I think
I
it's
don't know.
a-
I just think it's super unique,
it is.
and like it's especially when compares to like Scorpion, like it's like this. Drake has the same vibe. It's not changing. Like his completely like it was so dynamic.
No, I've been a big fan of Travis Scott for a while. To me, Rodeo was still his best album so far, but I like this and Birds in the Trap about. But I will say this: I feel like he was a little bit more adventurous with Astroworld, so I will play Astro. I can play Astroworld all the way through.
I like Astroworld because he took his time.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. He
No,
worked on that
it's
before he
very
worked on Birds, I think.
Right, everything was meticulously placed.
Yeah.
The features were very well thought for. Like, yeah, I like when people take their time and say, "No, I want to give you the best project possible."
Yeah, he definitely did that with that. That's up there for me. I would say J Rock's Redemption is up there.
I never think that. Redemption's up there for me. Whatchamacallit is up there for me too. I believe that was this year.
Let's just stop the bullshit. Come to a vote. What's your top 5?
Albums of this year.
Five.
That was kind
It's
of hard for
hard
me
to
this
like.
year.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
haven't-
know. I don't remember exactly what came out. End of 2017 or beginning of 2018. Like it's kind of hard to.
Okay.
keep
I can
track.
name
It's
them.
years
I
for
just
so
have mine.
long.
I can name them. I just have a hard time ordering them.
I got mine.
Go for it.
My number 1, For Us to 5'9", Book of Ryan.
Good pick.
Okay.
Number 2, Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap.
That was this year?
Yep, February.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's in my top 5 too.
yeah. 3, Pusha T, Daytona.
Okay.
4, Travis Scott,
Astroworld.
Astroworld. And 5, whether people like it or not, I gotta get to this nigga J Rock.
I'm gonna say definitely Astroworld. Snap. J Rock was this year, and it's really, 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 really difficult for me to argue against his album. I liked whatchamacallit too. I liked Carter 5.
Carter 5 was good. Mona Lisa, very good.
Demons is probably still like up there for me. I like that song.
Let It All Work Out was like
Yeah,
my particular
that was
favorite.
a good song. That was everyone. I mean, Upwards, but it's one of those albums that, in actuality, it's not a very popular sound.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the album, there's something for everybody on it. It was really enjoyable.
I'm a big Post Malone fan, so Beer Bongs.
Hey!
Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
Oh no, like he is my favorite.
I'm
I
gonna
want
say
to
this.
see a concert so bad.
As much as I love Beer Bongs, it's not as good as Stony to me.
I agree.
No, it's not.
Stony is
It's
the
not.
shit.
Stony was
No,
like,
that one
Stony was incredible.
kicked ass.
Stone, like
So
honestly,
good.
Stony made me a legit fan of him.
Mm-hmm. I know like basically all the songs on Sony. All the songs are like good on Beer Bongs, but still, just when you compare it, I don't know, it's a different sound.
I'm trying to think what else.
I think for me,
Believe it or not, was Crit this year?
that was last
That
year.
was last year.
Okay, good.
What?
Big Crit.
Yeah, that was last year.
Whatchamacallit, I did like Rolling Papers too.
Wiz.
That album that actually did not get it to me is
He didn't service that album.
he didn't. I don't think he pushed it hard enough, but it was a good album.
Yeah, it kind of just like, it was one of those albums, and this happened a lot. Like, one of those albums that just kind of came and went at the time
Yeah,
that it
now that I
came
think
out.
about it.
It was like, you listen to it for like maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then it was just like on to the next thing. And that happened with a lot of projects too. But
I do have some, what's the words I'm looking for? Some honorable
honorable
mentions.
mentions.
Yeah.
I got the Cardi B.
Ugh,
Kamikaze.
she's annoying me now.
I gotta put her album over there. While Cardi B might be annoying, when she landed, it was like, oh, there is nothing else right now.
Right. And the Lupe Fiasco with Drug Away.
Jordan's Way was really good.
Took me like forever to like break it down. Bar by bar.
Actually, I'm gonna throw Kids See Ghost in there.
Oh yeah, that
I like
was
it.
solid.
I like that album a lot. Kids See Ghost was good. There's something I'm forgetting. The Janelle Monáe album was good. It's key shit and I'm forgetting.
Yeah, a lot of stuff came out this year. Like, it's insane. I would probably say for me, I would say Astroworld, Victory Lap, Invasion of Privacy, Redemption J Rock, and the Wild Card. And Coop, I know you probably gonna give me a look when I say it, but Dalit.
Playboy Cardi?
Yes.
You don't like Playboy?
Here's my thing about Playboy Cardi.
Oh boy.
And don't get me wrong, it's probably undoubtedly because I'm a little bit older. There's music I listen to and I go, okay, I get why everybody like fucks with this song. And if I hear that at any given time, I'm like, all right, I'm into this shit. And there's a lot of like artists that are out there like now because there's not too much hard differences in sounds anymore.
Yeah, it's very meshed together.
Cardi, however, just does not do it for me, bro. Like what I usually do to like test a song is the car test, which is get in the car, start the album, go where you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
And as you like go through your day to day, the better album will make you turn the music into like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
His album, I played it, and I went through like my whole day like random. No, matter of fact, I had to drive to Gainesville, and I realized
The whole thing then, probably.
exactly. I heard the whole thing, and I realized in my mind as I was like kind of going like through the whole thing, like I was like, oh shit, I thought there was just one song that never stopped playing.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how it is with a lot of albums, and it's just like you gotta add more distinction.
And not only that, but Cardi, even the guys who do like the mumble rap shit, which is cool. I mean, it's the sound of today, and I'm a person that's like, don't hate. Like during your time, the sound was that sound. Now this is this time, and this is the sound now. So I try to like when I listen to like the new, especially like newer cats, it's like, all right, let me see like why they're right. So and if I can like feel like at least like, all right, this shit is cool or this shit is like kind of bouncy. Cardi shit does this. I hate his verses, number one. Because all the verses, he says the same exact thing. And sometimes I wonder if he's just in there like with the looper pedal, just like murking the shit. Because it's like, baseline, kick, yeah. Baseline, kick, drop. And baseline, kick, Yeah. And the whole thing goes like that. And then if it wasn't for the fact that at some point he does either a run or like a hook, you would just assume like that was like this. I'm like, listen, I spent the first like 15 minutes of the album thinking we were still in the intro. Because of how it's like, just because how, and that's not to say that's everybody, but specifically him, even like 21 Savage. Like if I listen to like a 21 Savage track, like eventually he'll get into his verses, he'll get into his hook. I can tell the difference in his songs. His sound might be consistent over all of them, but his songs won't sound like.
On top of that, he's progressing as well.
Yeah, like I can honestly say, like I've watched him go from like where I was like, well, what the fuck is this, to like, okay, I can't do the same thing with Playboy Cardi. However, I will say this about him, and this is only because like they played him so much, like they would like play him a lot at like Midtown, at like Fifth and shit. Mm-hmm. Like when I was working security, he makes the kind of music that when you're wrecked and you're ready to like definitely commit to your bad decisions, put Playboy Cardi.
I watched him perform, and like that was like, I think that was the first time I ever like got in the mosh pit. Like it's literally one of those shows where it's just like opening the mosh pit after every song. It's like just, I think that's another reason why I kind of appreciated the album more myself. It's just watching him perform.
Yeah, and see, I can understand that. It's an experience has made you a fan, and I really can like understand that. That's why, like, when people like, when I get on like the Playboy Cardi thing, I'm just like, hey, listen, this is just how I feel. Like, I really have like, and it was crazy where he's got songs where like the track is crazy, but I could probably have listened to that whole instrumental without him and been like, I don't hate him because I've heard him on certain stuff and be like, okay, this is cool, but
it's just not.
It's just not. I've tried.
Fair enough. Honorable mentions, I would say, that haven't been mentioned already. I would have to say Kamikaze.
Kamikaze was good.
Kamikaze was on that list. Definitely like bounced back from revival. Shrimp 3.
It was good. That was 2018?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Too fucking long.
I went to their concert at FSU. Worst experience ever because everyone is like pushing up on each other. I had no space. And I did touch Slim Jimmy's finger.
Nice.
I did.
Nice.
But he doesn't even do much anyway. But Sway Lee, like, literally was like bouncing around you doing that thing he does. Sweat was like spewing everywhere. I mean, it was hype, but like you just could not breathe. Like it was bad. No, it was literally, yeah.
Like, here's my thing, because I really do like Ray Shrimmer as a group. I really do.
I thought so.
I think Shrimp Life 3 was poorly executed. Because what I thought we were going to get was some sort of like new version of Speaker Box Love Below, and all we got was extended Ray Shrimmer songs, which either did not have Slim Jimmy or did not have Sway Lee.
I kind of feel.
I feel like Sway Lee's just doing better on his own, featuring other songs.
But here's the thing, and I don't know if anybody realizes, Slim Jimmy had the better album.
Wait, he has his own album, like on his own?
Yeah, it was Jim Troll's Vacation and Shrimp Life 3.
Really?
It was like 3 discs.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't even know. I thought Ray Shrimmer I didn't know they had their own separate names. I didn't know Sway Lee was the name of the one guy, and then he was in all these songs, and I was like, who the heck is Sway Lee? And I was like, where the heck did Ray Shrimmer go? And I was like, oh wait, that is Ray Shrimmer.
No, listen, because they do this. People in groups will pick the name, like a singular name that makes you think it's one person.
Yeah, that sounds like an actual name.
Migos.
True Hill.
Oh, Migos. I'm not lying. I like Migos. I'm a big fan.
No, listen,
They have an album?
They did Culture too.
I was not. I'm gonna say
that didn't really
that was one of the more underwhelming projects.
It didn't stand out to me though.
It didn't stand out to me. It wasn't as good as definitely wasn't as good as the first one.
Definitely
not.
They had 3 standout tracks, and that was it. And then so far, their solo projects have flopped.
I was gonna say that their solo projects have not been that great to me.
I like takeoffs, but
Do
it
you like
wasn't.
Takeoff's album, or do you just feel
Okay,
it's
Narcos
better?
was good. I do have to admit. I did like Narcos, CC, and Stir Fry. Stir Fry was probably
Yeah,
my
I
favorite.
enjoy Stir Fry a lot. I mean, there's a couple songs I like on there, but it wasn't like enough to last.
Actually,
Yeah.
know what I'm gonna throw in there for honorable mention? As besides in that category too. Because I know I said Kids See Those, but I gotta put the Young Dolph album.
Oh, the mixtape.
I'm with that.
The Dolph was.
I definitely got.
Can we put that in the album because that was clearly a mixtape?
You know my rules. If
That was
you,
out.
if you get paid for it,
Personally,
Yeah.
I liked Rich the Kid's album.
I like
That's
Fast
a lot.
on
That.
Yeah, I mean, there's not all the songs were good. Don't get me wrong, but like everyone hates on it so much. Like he sucks.
It
And
was
I'm
the-
like, I mean, it was like there were some good songs.
It
and
was the Drake album thing for me, where like when Scorpion came out, I was just like,
it sounded kind of all the same.
I
A
was
lot of it
like,
did.
this is like 50% of a great album.
Right.
Yeah.
And the rest of it was
Because
like.
I'm like, I rock with side A.
Yeah, when I got
But
side B, I
side
was
B, I was
like,
like,
It's such
It's
a
almost like
class
you
to,
put all this
push
effort into
yourself
like 4
forward.
songs, and it was like, all right, let's just make these to like fill it up.
Yeah, but then you really kind of just felt like you were just like trying to push yourself through the album.
now here's my thing. I'm gonna ask y'all this question. Does Drake have a classic album?
Yeah,
What is it?
Take Care.
Yeah.
Really?
Take Care.
Well, if you're talking about like initial, like his first,
Like, okay, like,
but
Hov
then
has classic albums, whether it's Blueprint, whether it's
Reasonable
Black
Doubt.
Album, whether it's American Gangster,
Yeah, no,
whether
it's-
Now, he has classic albums.
but he has other ones that are
DMX
also
has
like.
classic albums.
I feel
Actually, I take it back.
What's the one with the blue and he has the thing in his hair?
Nothing was the
Nothing
same.
was the same.
Nothing was saying, yeah.
I would say this. It's between Take Care and So Far Gone.
Okay. And the reason why I say that is because there was so much hype behind this particular project. Everybody's like, if you've been rocking with Drake since comeback season, you've been rocking with Drake since So Far Gone, if you love Drake since Take Care.
I hated that so much.
Basically all the what people would consider the classic Drakes,
Yeah.
you was like, this is the album for you.
You get rapping Drake. You
The
get
problem-
singing Drake.
And,
You get R&B
and the
Drake.
problems
Ooh.
and the problem
You get Drake on toast.
The problem I have with Drake, and nobody's ever addressed it, is Drake can rap his ass off, but he's so into the melodies
He is. He is.
that
Was Memories last year or this year?
This year.
By Tory Lanez?
Tory Lanez?
And I'm throwing Memories in there.
okay.
Because that first Tory Lanez album this year was the shit. Memories Never Died. The second one,
Yeah,
So-
Love Me Now was like.
So I'm like, with Scorpion, that I guess what you would consider side A was clearly the shit. So I'm like, okay, Drake, I got you. And then I get to side B, I'm like, no.
Yeah, he kind of lost me. once
Scorpion
I-
would have ranked a lot higher for me if it was just Saturday.
listen, this is how he saved side B. He put In My Feelings on it. And he put the, what's the other song?
Nice for what?
Yeah.
In My Feelings, Nice for what?
Drake will do that. Drake will make a 50-track album, right? Put the 2 songs that you're most familiar with at the very end. So you
So
wait.
you have to
So
listen
you
to it?
listen to
Yeah.
get there.
Is that actually like a thing?
And give you
this?
17 tracks of Drake.
But that's how I feel about the Bill album. I'm like, hey, after the championship track, why did you give us 8 more songs?
On what?
He has some
On
joints on there though.
championship. On
On the Meek
championship.
Mill shit?
Like that is serious. Think about
Is
how
it bad?
No, it's not
No.
bad. It's not bad. The album's still good. But think about how championship ends. The title track is track 11. Think about how it ends. You don't need the other 8 songs.
I gotta listen to this album.
No, just go to track 11 and then go to 3:30 and listen to the rest of it. 3:30 is like an outro of that song. I'm like, you don't need the other 8.
It did have some songs after that. Though.
It did, because you got the LMA joint.
The Element, you got the 21
You got the
song
21
that I
Savage
really
joint. I'm acting like I don't have.
And I just thought about another honorable mention, by the way. KOD, Cole.
No, that was
Yeah, and Cole,
I
I
was
feel
thinking
like
about
he would be top as far as guest verses.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you got the Stuck in My Ways joint. But after that,
Also, I'm gonna throw this new Jaden Smith joint in there. That joint kind of crazy.
I didn't listen to it. Is it
It's
like
pretty good.
really?
Yeah, J.D. Smith was shit to film.
And
I'm gonna say this. Give it the car test.
Definitely.
When you on your way out, go ahead and because it's a good. It's not like a particular kind of like mood kind of thing.
What does he rap like?
Yeah.
It is okay. I didn't really know for sure if it was like some like weird.
I would say it's
mix?
from rap to whatever the fuck like Lil Baby does, which is like kind of more like melodic rapping.
Like
Yeah.
the knock that people have with Jaden, and I don't think people even recognize that they have this knock against Jaden. He's Will Smith's son, and Will Smith is like the most popular person on Instagram right now.
Wait, why? What did you do?
He did nothing.
So Will Smith one day like suddenly like for the first time discovered social media and like hit the ground running, and so it's one of those Instagram phenomena or social media phenomena where somebody finds out about something, and because of the natural person that they are on display for the whole world, it's so like attractive.
Okay.
So like it's honestly he's not doing anything like gimmicky. He this is his normal everyday life.
Which is funny because it's like they're just living.
Because real talk, if you actually follow Will Smith's blog, like 2012, 2013, it's literally Will Smith's blog in Instagram form.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Another one I'll put on that list. FL Vince Staples.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
That was a fun album.
It was.
Very fun album.
Iridescence, Brockhampton.
Yo. Because nobody listens to Brockhampton but me.
No,
I rock with Brock.
I've heard of him. I've maybe heard a couple songs, but I really just haven't. I haven't taken the time to get into it.
To me,
So it's not that he's not good, or I don't think he's good. I just haven't taken the time.
They can be hit or miss for me sometimes.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
it's a group, not a he. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, right, like
Yeah, like
but they will be hit or miss for me sometimes because sometimes they'll release a project that's so like long that after a while I want to keep listening, but I just can't.
I'm waiting for them to just give me 12.
Just
like
Because this year alone has taught me there are projects that need to be longer, and there are a lot of projects that would be good if
they were shorter.
Yeah, definitely. Saturation, well, not to go too off on a tangent about Brockhampton, because they like when it came to Saturations 1 through 3, they got shorter, and then Iridescence was like that good length for me personally. So I would put that on the list. Everything is Love.
Everything was Love is up there. I didn't have it as like a top 5 album, but it was still a solid album. It still was a very solid album.
That's pretty
The
solid.
tour was crazy.
I'm about to say the show is what made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those things I wish I would have like caught.
Yeah, because I went to New Orleans to see the concert. That generation was pretty.
So whatever.
You got anything else on the docket?
I was gonna get into the Blueface thing, but I think we're wrapping up right here.
Okay.
And
Oh, I'm done. I just.
now listen, anybody got anything else they just want to throw out there? It doesn't have to be related to anything. Just,
No.
I got out everything I thought about.
No, we're
Yeah, I
good.
think that's all the albums I have.
Yeah, I really can't think of anything else.
Honorable mentions that I can say.
Like plenty of good singles came out, but like I can't think of any like full albums.
Yeah, I'll jump into my disappointments at a later time. Because there are
Part 2.
because there are some I was just like.
I got a whole list of them.
Saying. Yeah, I'm probably not going to agree with you with one of them, but that's what I'm stating. I'm perfectly okay with stating my case.
Fair enough. My dad was like had this like super like inappropriate like chick he was dealing with on the side, and one day like I think it's like a birthday of mine, and she gives me a box, and it's got like, you know, the thing you hook up to like your coaxial cable, the splitter.
Oh yeah.
It's just 3 of those and a splashless urinal cake.
Whoa.
I was like I opened it up, and so like
How old are you?
I was like maybe like 11. And so like my dad is just like, just throw it out. I don't care. Like in his he's like, listen, I'm just trying to like smash this chick. And so in my head I'm like Like, and he's like, be nice, like, because I'm essentially like his wingman. And he's, be nice, thank you.
What are you
That's
gonna
wild.
do with a coax splitter? And
I think what happened was, I think my dad had met her like moments like before like, coming to get me. And so he was just like,
Let's
look,
quick, let's run to Walmart real quick.
Happened.
I can see my dad like, bitch, we gonna see my son. Don't go in there empty-handed. And she's just like, let's go. So,
peace, everybody.
Wait, did you end it?
no, it's so recorded, but we'll like cut
Oh,
all this
I was
extra.
like, I thought you ended it from the laptop. I was like, how?
I wish I could do that. I gotta do that. I wish I could do that for like every time like the video got too long, and then I can just like